Are you looking for ways to fix your credit, improve your credit, or rebuild your credit? Are you looking into becoming a homeowner or refinance your mortgage or even get a better interest rate on a car loan? If that's you, stay tuned. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Latasha Brown. Today I'm going to share with you some steps you could take to rebuild, improve, or fix your credit yourself. Very simple steps that anyone can do, but here's the thing. It does take commitment, consistency, organization, having a plan, and giving yourself time because it does not happen overnight. And while this is so important to me is because I remember, if I could flash back, I remember going into my credit union and just wanting some resources, some tips, some guidance on just getting myself on track when it came to my financial health and my credit health, and just to improve in those areas of my life. And I remember going into my credit union, speaking with a financial advisor. At that time, I was a first-time homeowner. I was a single mom, and I was a mess, y'all. And I just remember just wanting some help. And I remember the financial advisor looking at me and said, I do not know how anyone would give you a mortgage loan. I don't even know who would have approved you. And I just remember hanging on to those words. And I told myself that once I began to shift my whole financial life and experience greater health when it came to my finances, I would never talk to anyone like that. I would never treat anyone like that or judge anyone like that. And I would support others on their journey and just give them tips, resources that help me. Flash forward, I became a second home owner, and I used these same steps to improve my credit and my financial health. And in 2017, in November, me and my husband decided to sell our home, and we wanted a new home, a bigger home that fit our family. And I took these same steps to help transform my credit score and my credit and just my credit health. And it took time, but it didn't take a long time. But I was committed and consistent to the process. I'm gonna share these steps with you. I hope that you find value and inspiration around these steps. And we're just gonna dive right in, y'all. So, step one, first things first, you have to pull your credit report. The great thing is there's so many resources out there that you don't even have to, purchase or buy your credit report. You can go into annualcreditreporting.com. Right now, they're allowing you and they're offering you to go in and pull your report weekly for free. So I recommend using all free resources when it comes to building back up your credit and monitoring your credit. So when you go on to annualcreditreporting.com, you will be able to pull your credit reports from TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. So when you get those credit reports, you want to make sure that you pay attention and highlight these things. Any late payments, any collection items, any inaccuracy, any maxed out credit balances. You want to look at those items and highlight those items and really focus in on those items. Step two, if you see that there's late payments on your credit report, you want to highlight those and you want to make sure that you can bring those accounts to current, because here's the thing. Late payments make up 35% of your credit score. So you want to make sure to give that your undivided attention, bring those accounts to current. And if you can contact the companies, if there's something that happened out of your control, life happens, circumstances, if you have supporting proof, and you can send them a goodwill letter and just ask them if they can remove the late payment reporting. Once you become current with that account, you can ask them to remove those late payment reportings, and that can help your credit score and your credit reporting tremendously, because late payments can negatively affect your credit, and it can stay on your credit report for 7 years. So you just want to make sure that you lean into any late payments that are on your credit report and make sure that you bring those accounts current. Step 3, you want to pay down your debt. There's 2 debt methods that are common when it comes to paying down your debt. When you pay down your debt, it makes you look responsible with handling debt. So you want to make sure that you list out all your debt. You can also highlight it out on your credit reporting, but you want to make sure that you list those debt out. And there's 2 common debt repayment methods that you can use based on your financial situation and what works for you. The one that I like and the one that helps me just to get those small wins and keep me inspired is the debt snowball method. And what that typically means is that you're going to list out your debt from the smallest debt down to the largest. You're going to focus in on that smallest debt while paying the minimum on all your other debt. And then you're going to identify what you can pay extra, the extra funds that you can pay on that debt, and add that to the minimum payment. So outline that in your budget and add that extra fund to your minimum payment of the smallest debt. Pay that down until you pay that off, and then move to the next debt. And what you're going to do is take that extra fund that you used on the smallest debt plus that minimum payment, add that together and apply all of that and the next minimum payment to the next bill or debt, and continue to pay that amount down until that's paid off. And then you move on to the next and repeat those steps. And then the next debt repayment method is the debt avalanche. So what you would do is basically the same steps that you would with the debt snowball, but instead of focusing on the smallest debt, you're going to focus on the debt with the highest interest. And then you would use that same process with paying off the debt based on the highest interest on down to the lowest. So those are the debt repayment methods that you can apply when paying down your debt. Paying down your debt can shift your credit score and report tremendously and impact it positively. So you want to pay down your debt. Step 3 is to really look at your credit utilization. You want to step 4 step 4 is to look at your credit utilization. You want to make sure that you are responsibly using your credit. You don't want to max out your balances. That can report negatively on your credit report. So you want to make sure that you keep your credit utilization under 30%, because you don't want to look like you cannot handle and use your credit wisely. So what that means is if you have a $5,000 balance, you do not want to spend or use over $1,500 in any month. So keep that credit utilization under 30%. Moving on to step 5. Step 5 is the age of your credit. When you have older accounts, you want to make sure that each account is in good standing, because what that does is it looks amazing on your credit report. You want to make sure that you keep your accounts in good standing, continue to keep those older accounts open, because what that does is it builds the age of your credit, and it gives your credit score and your credit reporting a balance, because you have these older accounts, they're in good standing, they're still reporting, and it builds up on the age of your credit. So it's so important. Listen, there's really not a quick fix. When I sat down and I followed these steps and I really looked at my credit utilization, I really looked at all the debt I had, and I started creating a plan to pay the debt down. When it came to me going and looking at purchasing another home, I really leaned into these steps, y'all, and it literally took me to see a boost in my credit score. 3 months, I had a great boost, and I increased my credit score from the low 600s to the high 600s. And then it helped me get a better rate within, with my mortgage. It also helped me not to be able to have that high interest. And then guess what? When I went back to close, my credit score, because I was able to maintain, the whole thing about this is to maintain that credit health. My credit score has shot up even more. So I went from the low 600s to the mid 700s. And I mean, it tremendously changed and shifted. And what that helped me do is to show that I am responsible when it came to managing my money, my credit health, and my financial health. So you can fix your credit yourself. It just takes you to be committed to the process, consistent. Make sure you trust your plan and stick with your plan, and just give yourself time. Because if you're looking for a quick fix, you have to ask yourself, can I maintain the credit health? And when you really foster these steps and you lean on these steps, guess what? You're building healthier behaviors around your finances and around your credit. And that prompts it all. That really makes me feel good when I'm able to really be committed to the process and just build healthier behaviors around my finances, around my credit, and just around my overall financial health. So let me know if this was helpful for you, if this was valuable. Drop a comment and let me know. Do me a great big favor, like this video, and also subscribe to my channel for more topics that will help you experience greater financial health. All right, you all have an amazing day. Tune in on Sunday. We will be doing another Moms and Money series. Super excited about that. I greatly and graciously appreciate you rocking it out with me. Have an abundant day. All right, y'all. Bye-bye.